Hey, what's up? OPERATIONiDROID here, and welcome to the 10-minute starter's guide on the award-winning Infinity Blade 2. In wake of the game being free for 1 week on the Apple Store, the Masters and I decided to make a starter's guide for all the new players out there. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Hi guys, I'm TamL and I'm going to talk to you about game mechanics. First of all, parry. And to parry properly, you need to swipe against the Titan sword at the same angle. There's 3 types of parry: regular, great and perfect. If you get a perfect parry, this means you've swiped at the exact same angle as the Titan sword and just before he hits you. If you get a perfect parry, you'll have extra time for hits during your attack window. For dodge, there's 3 types of dodges: right, left and down. Use the down for side swipes from the Titan. If you dodge the last hit of the Titan, you'll get a longer attack window than if you parried the last hit. Hold the dodge down for a long dodge, which avoids 2 fast hits from the Titan. For block, this is used with light and heavy weapons. You may want to use this initially as you get used to the Titan's moves. With light weapons, the center block will block all directions of the enemy's attack, but it doesn't block any shield bashes or attacks from the Titan's body parts like kicks, arms and headbutts. You need to dodge them. With heavy, the block blocks all the Titan's attacks, but it must be in the right direction. So if he attacks from your right, use the right block. If you block just before you're hit, then it's a perfect block and you don't get damage from the Titan's element, even if you have no defense to that element. So with your stats, initially I'd recommend you distribute them evenly between health, attack and shield, and most in health. You might want to put some in magic too until you get used to the Titan's moves. As you get more confident, Infinity Blade professionals, including myself, recommend an all-attack build with all stats in attack.
Hey, what's going on guys? This is your boy, Soldier for Good, and I'm going to be talking to you about equipment in Infinity Blade 2. So if you're a new player just starting out, you're going to want to use the heavy class because it's one of the easiest and it does massive damage at early rebirths, meaning that you're going to be able to kill most enemies really. So basically the general idea is you want to get a heavy weapon that will last you a lot of rebirths and will still be powerful through many rebirths, because rebirths, the higher rebirth you are, the more gold you get. So you kind of just want to blaze through them at first as soon as possible just to get gold so that you can get better equipment later. I recommend the Granite Hammer because it's only $30,000, which will take a little bit of saving in the beginning. However, you will get it and it will last you a very long time. For shield, you're really only going to need a shield with about 10 block in the beginning, because in the beginning, each enemy, if you block a hit, then it will only take 1 block point away. So that means that you can block 10 times, which is more than enough to be able to dispatch the enemy, because in the beginning you only do need 1 break to kill them with a heavy weapon. For armor, I recommend the Avery on plate because it's only 25,000 and it does give you a lot of health that will last you a lot of rebirths. As you go through higher rebirths, you will start to get money very quickly, and then you can upgrade to better items.
What's going on? Tywin here, going to talk to you a little bit about items in Infinity Blade 2. For those new players who have not played before, there are a ton of items that you can get in Infinity Blade 2, from health potions to treasure maps. You know, there are a lot of potions. There's a health potion that refills your health after a battle. There's a health regeneration potion that regenerates your health throughout the fight. There's a potion that regenerates your shield throughout the fight. There's a potion that gives you double the XP after every battle to really help you gain levels really quickly. You know, there are tons of treasure maps that you can buy in store or find throughout the game that help you unlock hidden and unique weapons, armors, helms, gems, and other items. There are keys now you can buy to open chests to get you gold and unique items. And probably the biggest thing that they added for customization is the gems. There are tons of gems now in Infinity Blade 2. A lot you can buy from the store, a lot you can find in the world, but the best gems you have to forge for using the Gem Forge. In the Gem Forge, you combine 3 gems to make more powerful gems. You can combine 3 of the same gem to make a more powerful version of that gem, or you can try different combinations to see what you get. Different random combinations will get you different gems, and it's a great way to customize your character and probably one of the coolest features in Infinity Blade 2. There are, of course, now gem wheels and prize wheels. If you can spin these wheels, you can get unique gems, unique prizes, like items, weapons, armor, and then you can use the gems and armor to make your character more powerful and customize them any way you want it. There are tons of equipment, as Soldier for Good mentioned, and there are also tons of items to help supplement that equipment. So go out and try out all the new items and the new weapons and the gem forge, and really make the Infinity Blade character your own.
Hey, I'm Silver'sBeast, and I'm going to be giving you some tips on the bosses. Alright, so the first boss you meet inside the main castle is Thane. Thane's a very easy enemy, has very little health the first time you meet him, although you do meet him again. Just watch out for a couple of his moves. You should learn them fast. He's very slow, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with him. After Thane, you can meet the MX Goliath. The MX Goliath is a fairly easy enemy. Just don't use heavy. Use light or dual, because with heavy you can have to have a lot of block points, and you may not have enough block points to sustain all his attacks, just because he doesn't attack with a sword and attacks with his hands all the time, so you can't parry much. Alright, so next is Stone Demon. Stone Demon is a relatively easy enemy. There's not much I can say about him other than he's pretty slow, and you're just going to want to be, if you're using dual, make sure you duck a lot. And the next is the Archivist. The Archivist is also very, very slow. However, he does use magic bubbles. Just parry the first magic bubble, then dodge, then parry, then dodge. And if a magic bubble is coming from the side, parry horizontally. If it's coming to the center, parry vertically. Alright, so next is Rith. Rith is a very tough enemy in terms of health. He will take a lot of hits to kill. However, his moves are not that difficult, and you can parry almost all his moves, so make sure you parry a lot when you're fighting Rith. And the last boss you will meet is the God King. The God King is one of the toughest enemies in the game. He requires a lot of studying his moves, so just continually study his moves, get a lot of health points, use whatever class you feel comfortable with, and get in there and kick his ass.
Howdy, GrantNo here. Let's discuss golden keys and their value and implementation in Infinity Blade 2. First off, it is important to note that gold bags are nearly never worth picking up. When you first begin the game, and especially once you get deep into the new games, gold bags never turn up much of a profit. Moving beyond that, I'll explain the 3 gold-related gems in Infinity Blade 2, as well as their theoretical maximum values. The gold diamond gem, when equipped, allows gold bag drops to occur more often. The maximum increase is a 400% drop. Again, since gold bags are not all that valuable, it shouldn't be necessary to try to acquire this gem. The gold triangle gem, when equipped, can give you up to 125 gold on a Titan scratch. Since scratches are not a defining part of any Infinity Blade battle, and since 125 gold is not all that much, the value of this gem is also quite meager. The final type of gold gem, the gold hex gem, is the most valued of the 3 because it actually increases the amount of gold you can acquire by a known maximum of 37%. Let's move on to key discussions. There are 3 types of keys, small, medium, and large, that open their respective chests and give you anything ranging from gold to equipment to gems and more. There are many known locations where keys can frequently be found. These locations are listed in a certain forum thread called Key Drops in NG for New Game by Rugged Land. You can see there for more information, and note that most of the tips there also apply to Rebirth 1 of the original game as well. When using gems in conjunction with keys, it is recommended that you equip a gold hex gem when opening chests, especially large chests, in order to maximize your income. Most players don't waste time waiting for keys either, but rather purchase large keys so that they can increase their income at a more rapid pace.
And finally, a fun and different thing to do is visit the Clash Mobs. Clash Mob is an amazing feature in Infinity Blade 2 that allows all players to unite and fight for a common goal. Clash Mobs are fun and rewarding because if a Clash Mob's goal is reached, a reward is given to all Clash Mob participants. Clash Mob rewards vary from gold, gems, equipment, and even potions. So if you're looking for a different outlet to receive items, or just in the mood to kick some Titan butt, visit the Clash Mobs and help the Infinity Blade community reach their goals. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that this video was catered towards new Infinity Blade players, but we do offer content for beginners and advanced players alike. So if you're looking for Infinity Blade tips, tricks, tutorials, and news, and even just in the mood to watch some of the great Infinity Blade players, subscribe to the Infinity Blade Masters by clicking that subscribe button and become an apprentice to the Masters.